Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Welcome and happy Friday. I hope everyone had a great Thursday. And I hope the start to your Friday morning has been a pleasant one. It's been nice here. It's pretty nice outside. Um, it's supposed to be pretty decent today as far as weather goes. So I'm looking forward to the turn that music down a bit. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I think the last time I checked, it's supposed to be pretty decent. I got an alert just for the weather. Maybe my weather app doesn't want to work. Alright, so yeah, this weekend's not going to be too bad. 48 and 53 for Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be kind of cloudy, kind of sunny, but it's not going to be windy, and it's not going to be rainy. So yeah, a percentage for 7% of the area has a chance of rain. That's it, or a 3% chance of the area has a chance of rain. So it's not too bad, and it's gonna be a pretty good weekend. Nothing planned really. Just pretty much. Of course, Saturday is the Sabbath, the Holy Sabbath. So that day is a day of rest, and Sunday we usually will do chores to go to the store if we have to. Because Friday, I mean, sometimes we do it on Friday after he gets off work, as long as we are done before sundown. It fits in perfectly. All right, so today we are doing camp building. I already have a camp already with bare bones. Right now I'm trying to figure out like what walls I want. I've picked the colors inside. I think I'm gonna go with the purple and pink. This one is going to be very girly. I'm going to let my girly side shine on this camp. It is going to be hopefully lovely. We'll see. It'll probably get tweaked. I'm trying to do the outside though, and I'm not entirely sure how to do this. I was building this the other day, and I'm not entirely sure how to choose the walls that make it good. Like I like the Palace of the Winding Path on this side, and then the this is the Order of the Mystery build kit on this side, and I like the way that this corner looks because it's like the glass up there in the back. That looks pretty good. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with that, and then inside is just gonna be like pink, purple. I'm still trying to figure out this part here. Um, I might go with just like purple and then just pink on this side. Let's see how that looks because it's just so pinkish, like with the wraparound. It is. I went past the pink, didn't I? Yes, I did. All right, so we got pink, and then if we do the purple here and then here, I think that might be a good offset to the pink. Go down here to the purple. Let's see how this looks. So this purple is for the haunted house. It says eerie, but I think with the pink, it really does look pretty good. Um, Given, it's the dark versus the light, but it's still purpley, and it goes with the color. See, with the pinkish purple and the pink wallpaper. Um, and then I've got that. I think this might be pink as well, and just have that divider to cut the colors up. Let's see how that looks. So this camp, I will show you where it's at. There we go. I think that looks good. So this is where it's at. This is one of my favorite spots. I have a camp that's here. I have had a camp here since the very beginning. I haven't moved it. It's stayed here. It's been changed on that account. But ever since I have the account that I'm playing on, I got this in 2019 when hubby created it for me. We decided that it would be best because of the whole trouble with my brother and stuff because I was on his account. I went through this with one of the previous streams, but essentially I wasn't sure if I was going to like the online video games. I was a really shy person at the time, and with me being shy, I was like, I really don't want to talk to people because I don't know what to say, and I was always like afraid I was going to say the wrong thing, and sometimes I do say the wrong thing. Sometimes it's just like your words just come out all wrong. But anyway, back to it. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so I didn't want to buy it, and I don't want to create an account, have to pay for the PSN service and everything. So I got the go ahead from my brother to use his account, and I did. So I was playing on his account, and everything was going fine until I met my husband. When I first met my husband, at first it was okay, but then as time, like as the days went by, it's like every growing day, it's just like my brother got more and more and more like aggressive and upset, and started to lash out. So it got to a point where I was like really scared that he would like block me from being able to play. So my husband was like, okay, husband now, boyfriend then, but he was like, let's go ahead and set up an account, and well, that way that if it does happen, and we can transfer all your gear that can be transferred to this account. So on that account, I've got a lot of atoms. Um, and stuff like that. So, anyway, so I went ahead and did that, and started playing on that, leveled up. So I had to start from scratch on that one again, and I put my camp spot here because I had a camp here already on my previous account, and I really like this area. And I haven't moved it, so I've had a camp here since the game released, and then when I got my new account a year later. Well, not even a year later. It was just uh, I think it was just a couple months. I would say, let's see, I came out in, I want to say October, I think it was. October. I think the game came out October of 2018. So October, November, December, January, February. March was when, I think March or April is when I got this account started. It could have been in June. Yeah, I think it was in June, actually. So, roughly like 7, 9. I'm not sure. I just know I got the count, and then I've had a camp here. It's just been one of my favorite places. It's really scenic and beautiful, and you rarely get attacked by enemies. It's just few and far between. So if you need a camp spot and you want something that's like pretty and um, and just like relaxing, because you have the water. This is a good place. You can build up top. You can build down here, on the side. The one camp I built it like right on top of the water. So I've got up here and then a staircase that comes down. It takes a little bit of time to get the building part of it, but it is a very good spot to have. And then during meat week, your camp is right within the vicinity of one of the places where they do the prime cuts. So if you're at your camp, you can just like walk over to that lake over there, that pond, and do prime cuts. And you can have a neighbor. I think I've had a camp over on that side before. You just have to make sure that the camp that's here isn't too far over that way. So if you want to have a neighbor or someone to build with you, build more towards where I've got my camp now, because you see that green circle is your radius, and then there's a hidden radius around that. So you can't have, what I wish that we could do is have camps that are pretty like close together. Like I would say maybe, I don't know, maybe like, 50 yards off, and then you could have the camp down. But where I'm at right now, you would be able to set up a camp over there. So if you have a couple, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, etc., you'd be able to have a camp over there. We used to do that a lot. We sometimes still do if we can find a suitable spot that we both like, and we will be neighbors. In our earlier years, when we went through that whole clingy stage, that's kind of what we did. We built close together, so we could just like hop back and forth the camps pretty easily. We'll still do that if we have camp spots available or on our other accounts like this one. So I was working on, so this here is on a ledge. There is a way to get up without climbing up on the stairs, which is right here. It goes right up. And you usually will spawn like right here, or you spawn over here. So when you spawn there, you can either go into the water, come over here and go up the stairs, or sometimes it'll spawn you back here, which you just walk to the camp. So that's the idea for this one. That's build budget right here, but I really don't want to make it hard for people, especially if they don't have the marsupial and they're a low level and they don't see this lip over here that they can go up. That way it's an easy access for them to get up to the camp. It is lit and easy to get up. So I like the way it looks. It's like makeshift. Like on Fallout 4, you get those makeshifty looking things. Alright, let's carry on and finish this. So I originally started with the wooden walls, but then I got into free cam and I'm like, I really don't like the way that it looks with the colors inside. Because it is such an open concept where you have the big windows, you're seeing inside pretty well, and I want the outside to go with the inside just as much as I want the inside decor to go with the inside wallpapers and such. So another thing I might change are the floors. I'm not too sure the wooden floors go with the color, and I don't want to go with a woody. Like I really want to let my feminine side shine. So I guess we'll tackle that when we tackle that. So what I'm doing now is just changing the walls to the Order of Mystery build kit. Now, this is where it gets tricky because I did want windows on this side, but there's nothing really to look at. The only thing I can think of is like right here. Like if this was in real life, you would have windows. That way you could see if there's any wildlife coming. Right up here. But I guess I could change these, but I don't want it to be too windowy. Like I wanted the windows to face out here over, because you see wildlife over here too. I wanted some privacy as well from this side, because it is ground, and if there's hikers, you don't want them peeking into your window. Bad enough you have a window right here, and I still have to figure out like how I'm going to do the loft area with the bed. I think the loft area is going to be right here. But I've got the door there, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might change the door to this side and then have this be out because I want the loft area to be here, which you could get to the bed and stuff. I haven't figured that out yet, so I guess we'll see. Loft area is going to be very small. It's probably going to be 1 square for the sleeping area. Not very big at all. Something very small. You have your whole living area down here, and I have to divide this between a bathroom, a kitchen, and a living area, and then the workshops are going to be just out here. I'm going to strategically place them out here so that there's room. So that's the goal. I might expand out here more and put the workshop out here like a shed, but I'm not entirely sure. I have all of this build area down here to do as well. And I might just, I'm not too sure. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Quite a dilemma. I like the way it looks. I don't want to tear it down. But the way that it's going right now, I'm not too sure I'm going to stick with it because of the way that I've got to squeeze stuff in. But we'll come to that bridge when we get there. Let's just continue. We have a scorched beast flying over. Let's just continue getting this changed over and see what it looks like. Alright, this is at the very top. What shutters? Order of Mystery. And we want a window here. This will also be Order of Mystery. And this is going to be this here. There. So that way it'll offset the black color. It looks like eyebrows. It does look like eyebrows. Alright, this is going to be a plain wall. This will be a window. Those beautiful stained glass. Let's see what it looks like on the inside with those stained glass windows. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, so here's my dilemma. I gotta make a decision on where the door's gonna be. I think I might put it there, honestly. Let's go ahead and store the door. We're going to replace this with a wall. That's a door frame, and this right here we will change to a normal wall. And there we go. And then the order of mysteries. So it goes all. I like that way it looks. I know Uno. It kind of looks like a Mothman house because of the the frills there. All right, and then this here, order of mysteries. Put that up there, and then order of mysteries again. A door frame this time. All right. All right. So now we have to figure out floors. Floors are. One that I'm not too sure what we're gonna do. I don't like the way that looks. I might go with just gray. I mean, we have the black floors. Let's see if we have these. That does like really it darkens it, but it doesn't look bad. I can always change the floors at any time, so I'm not too bad, but I like the way that the dark floors look. Alright, let's try and see if we can get the stairs to fit here. If we can get stairs to fit here, then it'll be great. Let's try the other side. There we go. So the stairs will be here. And then we'll have a high, like, a floor here. Let's get out of free cam and see what's going on, why this won't fit here. There we go. Alright, so we have this. Perfect, right? This will be where the bed is, and I kind of wish that I could have this whole area, but we wouldn't be able to get up into it because of the roof. So it has to go right here. And I wanted to make something that's not too common. So what we'll have to do is decorate down here first. Make a mind. So this right here will be our line. We can't put anything there. So we'll store these. Let's try something real quick and see if we can get it to work. Decoration. So what I'm thinking is that since that's going to be, I want this to be the kitchen because these are high ceilings. And this will have a low ceiling. And then I have those pots and pans that can hang from the ceiling. That's good for decor. So I'm going to do this for the kitchen. What I want to do is put the like the stove and stuff, and see, because this line, so we have 3, and then the 4th line is where the end is. So we're gonna see if we can put something in this area where the cursor is, and have the stairs still be put down. If we can't, then that's gonna be wasted space, because it is just not it's not feasible to fit everything in this. I do need that, like, that's why I put it higher than the rest. It is for the oof. All right, let's take a look and see. I'm trying to figure out if I want the stairs on this side or this side, because this side has that there. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's get to our water, because we want to put the sink down first. We're gonna go with white, and I wanted the sink to be, yeah, in front of the window. Let's put the sink in front of the window. So when you're doing dishes, you're looking out to a beautiful, and then the rest of it's gonna be in floor decor. Hide the things I can't build. This is my high level, so I mean my low level, so there's gonna be things I cannot build. But a lot of stuff in the atomic shop I can. I am currently looking for plans on things that I can relearn. So it's going to be a camp that doesn't have a whole lot of decorations, except from the atomic shop. And then the rest, I think they're in floor decor. I don't know if it's in floor decor or if it's in... it should be here. Yeah, here we go. Oh, wait, okay. Alright, so it's not gonna fit there. I think it's because it's too close to the wall. It's a little crooked. Oh, let's see if it works. Alright, so I can move over just a little bit. Well, I could do this, actually. Alright, so I still need to move over. Let's see, is it far enough for... It's not that close to the wall, but it needs to come over just a little bit more. And it's also not that close to the wall on that side, so... Push it back just a little bit. There we go. That works better. Alright, it looks like it's a little crooked, so let's test that theory. Yes, it's crooked. Alright, so this has to go. The hard thing with these is the getting it to line up, because like I don't want it to be crooked on any of the sides, so it's too far close that way. There we go. Let's see. It's like way too far away from the wall. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. See if I do it this way. It's like, I guess that's pretty good. There. And it's pretty good there. Alright, let's see if we can. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's go with that. And then we have to make sure it's straight. No, it's crooked. It looks crooked. Yeah, it's crooked. Wait, no, is it? Yeah, it's crooked. You can tell based on the floor. Oh my. This is the hard part. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the floor to something I can actually use to test the... Yeah, there we go. See, now I can tell if it's crooked or not with these lines. There we go. That should be nice and even. Perfect. I want to put a water cooler right there, because it's like right on the line. And this will be my kitchen area. I could put my stove here. So I did that because I want to put a stools right here, or maybe I'll put a bar. But I gotta put the cooking stove. So I'm gonna put the cooking stove like, maybe I should put the cooking stove on the back end right here. I don't think it'll fit there, though. That's the sad thing. Crafting. It looks like it's gonna be a little too wide. I could put it next to the sink. What I'll do is turn this wall into this. Alright, and I'll move this. Alright, so... yeah, it won't fit there. That's so sad. But I could move this over. The entryway is blocked. I can go with red too. That'll be. It says it's blocked, but it won't be blocked because. Alright, let's change the wall back and see. I think it might be too far back. There we go. I changed the wall back to. I'm just gonna go back just a little bit more. It's crooked. It says it's blocked, but it is still crooked, I think. I want to get this straight. There we go. Alright, let's take a look and see what this looks like with the wall. I mean, I don't like it, really. See if we can push it back just a little bit more. It might have to have that little gap. Because if I try to scoot it over, it's going to say its entry is blocked. Which is redonkulous because it's not blocked. Alright, that's much better. That's much better. Alright, let's get the Order of Mysteries back on there. Alright, so now it's back by the wall. And I can get this, like, over. There. And then that here. Sweet. Okay, that works perfect. I should be able to put more down for the kitchen. I want to put one of these. I don't know if this will fit with the stairs. It might go over the thing, so it's crooked. I don't like it when it's crooked. Okay. That should be better. Let's see. That's better, okay. Let's put this down. I'd put a refrigerator, but I don't... like, refrigerators are just not, this thing is crooked as all get out. Alright, that looks better. And then on this side, I'm gonna have a display unit. Alright, so that's the kitchen area. Now let's see if the stairs will be placed because I didn't go over that line. But, this is where it's gonna get tricky. Because it could, with the box being like the hitbox, they don't have hitboxes anymore for stairs. Stairs can't be destroyed, but they are still given. Yeah, see, it's not gonna place now. Oh, that's so bad. That is bad, and I don't know if it's these or not. So let's go ahead and move these, because it might just be the Nuka-Cola. No, it's not. It's intersecting. Oh man, that's so sad. I wonder if I could destroy those, but I don't have the plan, I think, for the flamethrower. Oh man. Such a good concept too for the stairs. Oh man, oh man. Let's try something else. Let's go back to our floor decor. Let's add a couple of these. There we go. We have that. And then what we'll do is we'll get rid of these. Let's see if we can place the stairs now. But I'm thinking it might be the one close to the door. Because that's where the stairs are. Oh man, I can't put any of that here. So let's... There we go. That is so weird because it's like it wasn't even anywhere near. Yeah, if you put anything near, it's not gonna work. That's so mean. Well, let's see if we can get it to work regardless. Let's go back to our floor decor. Let's see if we can get this to work. So we need a different one of these. Let's go with, that's water. Floor decor. And then we want this. I want this. Oh, that might work. Please work. Oh, it does work. Oh my. So, yeah, let's see if we can get this to set over here. Oh my goodness. That makes me so happy. That I might be able to actually get everything else to sit there too. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm gonna get rid of that. It's crooked. I don't want a crookedness. There's a crooked cell. That looks pretty straight to me. It's a little crooked still. Oh my gosh. This is so difficult to do. Because I can't see the bottom. Maybe I've got to go based on this other line here. Like, I want it to be as straight as possible. And even the slightest, like, turn can, and now it's saying it's intersecting. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's much better. Alright, so that actually works pretty good. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, and we'll put this here. That's much better. And then we'll do, I think that this should be okay. I don't think this is blocked. We have to try it, though. Okay, good. Alright. So that works out pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. Now we'll be able to put the floor, and then we have room. I don't think I'm going to be able to put the water cooler like I wanted to, but what we'll be able to do is take the display, like this, and we can turn it this way. Have it up against the back. So it kind of blocks that edge, that part there, so it's not readily seen. I don't have the Nuka-Cola thing up, but then this gives room for everything that I have to put out. And it's got water. I could put my resources that I need to put out. there. Let's go ahead and put the floor down. Sweet. Alright, so now we have to decide. We have to decide a couple of things. The one thing that we need to decide is like how we're going to block this off. Is it going to be something that's blocked off with something cute, or is it going to be blocked off with something normal? And by what I mean by cute is that are we going to put something like this up? I don't have the railing that I usually use, but we could do this here. Will fit there, and then you can see over the railing still when you put it down. So you can still see over the railing. We could do this. I'll store that just in case. We can also do the hedges, I think, will fit here maybe? No. I was hoping they'd snap. They don't snap. And hedges inside don't even sound good to me either. We can do the iron fence. This should be able, but you have to... No, I guess it says it's floating. So it won't even work up here. Oh, maybe it will. Yeah, I don't think that would look good, honestly. I don't think that. That's a gate, though. This is the actual... Oh, where's the fence? Here's the actual fence. But again, I don't like the idea of having pointies in a bedroom. The other thing that we could do is put a wall down. And the wall could block us from... which gives us privacy. So let's go to walls. And let's take a look. We could do pink. It's a different color pink. A different texture. Or we can just go with the black walls. Oh, we can put the whole wall up. Wait, what? Did I put a half wall or a whole wall? I think I put a whole wall. And I did. That's too funny. I don't want that. Let's scrap that. I want a half wall. I want a half wall. And we could do Order of Mystery, which would be, and then we could do the wallpaper and kind of whatever we want to do. Make it like a red wallpaper instead. And then we can change this wallpaper here if we had to. Let's go with something dark. No, don't like that. Purple? Nuka Quantum goes pretty well with that. Yeah, we'll go with the Nuka Quantum wallpaper. And then we'll change the floor to something more... I wish we had different color, like, tiled wallpapers and stuff. We'll go with the same flooring because, like, I don't know what color is gonna go with the thing. Alright, so I'm actually going to probably leave that floor tile that color. Either that or red, but that way it'll differentiate the kitchen from the rest of the area. And then we'll have, of course, the things up here. So that looks really good. It's nice and closed in. Too bad we can't put another wall right here. Like Fallout 4, you can just attach a wall to the wall without having well, I mean, it is quite possible. We could do this. Go all the way down here. It is possible to do this. So I'll show you what I'm thinking. We can put this here. We can put that there. We can even do it right here for the kitchen. Oh, no, I guess not. And then we can put a wall here. Go to walls. Walls. Back up to walls. And I think we could put a wall here. Let's see. Yeah, we could put a wall here. The only trouble is going to be the opposite side. I don't really want that to happen. because it is going to be mixed matched. And I don't want mixed matched. I want everything to be like, see, that's going to be a trouble. That's going to be a problem right there. And so it's best just to leave that open, and I'll just put like a chandelier there that hangs down to take the space, because I want it to be, if I did want it, I want it to be like turned the right way, like that. I can't turn this one. I can't turn that around because it's on the ground. So I'm pretty stuck with this. I think it looks fine though. I think it looks fine. Alright, so we have the kitchen. We have the loft area, which is where our living quarters are going to be, our bedroom. It's going to be very tight knit. So it's just going to have a bed. And then we're going to cram as much we can into that area. And then we have this area. Oh, jeez. I had a yawn. Sorry. Alright, I have to do something real quick. I'm sorry. So the excitement that I had the other day was with hubby. I had to wait till he called me on lunch, and I got all right, so trying to get to my email. So what I'm doing is I am going back to school to get my certificate, and I'm going to school for technology. I'm not going to say what I'm going in for, but I am extremely I'm extremely excited about so I'm gonna have to so I'm gonna go to a website. Alright, so now I have to do this. I'm sorry. I did not expect to, I didn't expect to have to, do this so soon, but I've got a deadline. I have to do this, I have to select this. Alright, so I guess I couldn't do anything yet, but um, so the laptop I have is just not good enough for the program. So they provide you with one when you pay for tuition. So um, I was able to get into a program that covers tuition. And when they cover that, that means that when you go through them, you have the ability to get the laptop. So not only am I able to get the tuition covered, but I was able to get the laptop covered as well. So that way I can advance in my studies. So I'm super excited. I'm super happy that that's happening. That was just an email to let me know. I got my laptop ordered, and next I get to confirm my learning coach who will help me throughout the throughout this journey, which is good. And I'll have a squad of people who we can network together when we're going through this. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what the next step in my journey has, in store for me. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be worthwhile. Alrighty. So we can either start. I don't have a whole lot of time left on this stream, which is crazy considering all the time I just spent doing the walls and talking and stuff. It takes a long time to get these camps built. It does. A lot of people put them up so quickly, but it does take time to get them put up. It's no joke. So the first thing I guess I want to do is make sure that the crafting items are down. The first thing I did was put my shops down because I'm low. I usually get low on caps on this tune. And my high level, when I'm on, it does do well with caps, but I have to wait for my husband to get here just so I can do cap swapping. Since I don't have anybody else that I know that plays this game on a regular basis. Sorry, my voice is starting to go again, so I haven't even sung at all today, so it's a shocker. Alright, so I gotta make sure that my... Okay, everything is... It is 8:51. I have about 10 more minutes, and then I have to go. So let's go ahead and get to the crafting side of things. I might have to go scour for the plan for this, because this is going to help me build to my normal extent, because I can destroy things, merge them together, and this helps tremendously, because you can't break your own stuff. This trap will do it for you, besides having someone like aggro to you and fight you, to get to PvP. If you're in PvP with someone, they can destroy stuff too, but this is the easier way if you're solo building, and you want to, destroy something, merge it in. This is necessary. So I might have to come back to the camp builds at a later date. We're gonna go with our normal workshop thing here. We'll put this here. We'll put it like close to the steps, and I gotta try and get it even. It's really hard to see like if it's even or not when you're like at a certain angle, because it's like, oh, there's nothing there to tell me if it's straight or not. I don't have anything in the front to show. See, it's still not straight. Oh my gosh. There we go. Like, I want it like that way so I can put a stash box or something there. And then on this side, I can have maybe... No, the armor workbenches are just so clunky. Pristine. That looks just like that one. That's nuts. That looks just like the Enclave. Just rebranded. And this right here is responders, but it looks just... I don't understand them. I don't understand their ability to just take stuff and reskin it and ask us to pay again for the item. Like, I understand, like, the color schemes and stuff will be better with some decor versus the others. But in all honesty, like, do something that's original. At least do something original. Um, like this right here, I want to merge with the bushes. I can destroy the bushes and push this all the way to the back. So these right here is hanging off. So it doesn't stick out as far. And then I don't have the plans for this yet, so I can't even put these down. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. I want the junk one. I don't think they have that in the atomic shop anymore. So, I think that's all the workbenches I've got right now. And then I'll put down this right here. It's not straight. I know it's not straight. I can tell that this is crooked. Oh, big time crooked. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. Still want this part. This is not going to be a really, like, pretty. It's just going to be just where we do our. And I wish that we can, like, just change once we have that set up. So. Alright. So we have all of our workshops. That's great. We have places to put stash boxes and decor. And then I will fuse that when I am able to get the plan to break these and then scooch it back. Alright, we'll go to the inside now and we'll start to work on this. And see how this looks. I think this is going to look really nice. I'll probably put the bathroom. I want this actually to be an entire living area, so we might have the bathroom outside. I'll probably make a shower area down here with a hot tub, showers, and lockers. I think that will look really nice, like a spa. It'll be outside but indoors, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's how it is looking right now. I actually have to get off this and because hubby's gonna call pretty soon. I'll continue building, and then when I stream again, I will show the after. So this is before, and then I'll show you the after. You see how we have got the kitchen. I have the upstairs loft, and then I've got the workshop area, which is going to be out here. Hopefully, I'm able to add in roofs. Again, I usually will use the oh, it does work. Okay. I can use this and I can change it. So what I need is, oh, and it needs support. So I'll just do these here. This yawning will be what we use. And I lose this. There we go. Perfect. What I really wish we could do is attach like walls to the roofs like we can in Fallout 4. That'd be great. But yeah, that's the... I could technically, what I could do is turn these into walls. I could turn these into walls. And I think that will look much better, to be honest, than the shrubbery. Because it could just do these two, and then shrubbery can start here. So I'll show you what I mean before I go. I can just add this one to back here. There we go. So what I'll do is I will use these walls here. These are my favorite walls to use. Oh no, it won't let me because of this. I thought for sure it It put that there? Oh! Alright, so I have to change this. It won't let me. It might be because of this, actually. I'll put you here. I think that might be... I don't know what's causing... Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's check and see if we can put this back here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's perfectly fine. It was the other. So I can actually do this. I can push this to the back. Make sure it's lined up and straight and not crooked. And then put this over here. Again, make sure it's not too crooked. I'll straighten it up later. And then what I can do is take this and change this to that. And it's got the railing, and the railing's going like through, you can see, a little too far. So we've got to take this, change it back, and pull this up a little bit. I think it's because it is crooked. I think it might be crooked. Let's see if we can straighten it up. Here we go. What I'm gonna do is use these to line it up, make sure it's straight, and then scooch it back just enough to where it's touching. I think that'll have to come forward a little bit, but let's check. No, perfect. Okay, great. That looks perfect. And then this right here I don't have to worry about because it'll actually like kind of snug in. Oh, it's there we go. What is it intersecting with? I mean, like, what in the world? Sometimes I don't understand this game. It's like, it's not intersecting with anything. And then you put it in the exact same place you're going to put it, and it goes in perfectly fine. Alright, so there's that. And then what I could do is I can take this here, and I can change this to the railing as well. I'm going to see if there's anything else I can put here. I might just put chairs or something, but I think for the walkway, that's just going to be as narrow as I want it. And let's put this back to the sod. That's what I want, is green. Here we go. Sweet. I think that looks pretty good. I think it's coming together quite nicely. And then I will work on I think it's gonna be right here, honestly, right in front. You see the stove sticking out of the wall. Because you have this tree here, and I don't want to bring this out anymore. Because it's going to be too unrealistic, and I can't put two here because of this tree. This tree is something that does not move. And so it's got to be on this side. It has to be somewhere here. But I'll continue to fool around with that, see what looks better. We have a huge budget, and we have plenty of space. So we'll do that later. Anyway, I thank you for watching. Today it was just a relaxation. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. We are gearing to getting ready to head into the weekends. We have the Sabbath coming. We have our rest. We have for the week that He provided us. Everything that we've had this week. We've had a lot of major wins. Me, oh my gosh, who definitely reached down and helped get me through some things, and then He blessed me. I feel so like I got so emotional when I got the approval letter, because I went through the process of applying for the college. I took the aptitude, the test to get in there. I passed that with flying colors. I was accepted in. Then I had to do the funding part, because it was like, oh my gosh, because I just like the opportunity sprung on me. I was like, I really would love to do that. And then it was just like something came over me and it was like, just apply for it. So I did the testing, and by the time that I got the approval letter, I was just like, oh my gosh, what did you do? And then the funding came, because it came time, because you couldn't do anything through a period. And then the period came to where it was like, okay, um, payment. And so I did the funding. I got approved for that, which just shocked me. Um, it did. It literally shocked me. So I got approved for the funding. I got approved for the things I would need. And it's just like, if I didn't feel that nudge to just say do it, just do it, what could possibly go wrong? I would have said, oh, it will never happen. It'll never, I could never do that. I don't have the money for it. I don't have the money for it. That's the big thing. It's like, I don't have the money for it. And then it's just like, God's like, what do you mean? You don't have to worry about this. I got you. So I felt that nudge to just do it. Just apply and then keep going. Don't worry about the house. Don't worry about the anything. Just keep going. So I did that. I kept going, and then when I got approved, it was like funding. I'm like, okay, what are my options for funding? And I looked at all the options. Okay, this option here fits me perfectly, and because I don't want anything for free. I do want to pay my dues, and I think that I am capable of paying. So I went with that option, and I got approved. So I got approved for the funding. So it's on a payment cycle that will align with how I'm able to pay. And it's just like, okay, you're approved, you're approved, you're approved. And then now I just have to wait for them to verify, and then I get to continue going forward. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited. The deadline's coming though, where I have to do my finish my application, like, because it's already been approved and accepted. They've already sent the funding, was confirmed. I just had to confirm that I had the right appliances in order to do this. Yeah, which you need a laptop and stuff. So I do have one, but it's a Chromebook, and those are not acceptable in the program. So I was like, I can't really afford to go pay, for a actual like laptop computer. I can't just dish out, hundreds of dollars. This one here was not even 200. This was like 100 and something, because we got it on clearance. So we went ahead, and I went and applied for to get a computer. And when you do the funding, when you go through funding and you pay it in full, which is what the funding program I went through did, you're able to get a free computer as a gift. So I'm like, I don't have to worry about the house. I don't have to worry about the house. Just have faith that if it's for you, it's for you. And I do. I feel blessed, and I can't thank our Heavenly Father enough for everything. The day I woke up this morning. And not only that, I woke up this morning with my husband, who I love very much. I woke up to a beautiful day. I woke up to my two wonderful little doggos. I woke up to being able to get my coffee, being able to eat some breakfast, and having those healthy options. Because this morning I had just my half a cup of granola cereal and some cheese, and my morning coffee. I'm able to walk, I'm able to read, to see, to hear. I've got all my senses. I have everything that I need, and he is providing everything that I want to further myself, and to be able to hopefully be a blessing to other people. So it is very, very important that you don't look at what you don't have. You look at what you do have. And it gets down to the simplest of things. There's always something to be thankful for. because it's just like this little video meme that I watched. It was like it went down to, it was down to a person in a beat up car, right? And they looked over, and then they had this nice car, and he was like, "Oh, I wish I had that car." And then the person next to him is on a bike, was like, "Oh, I wish I had that car." And she's looking at the beat up car, and that person who has a bike was wishing just to have a car. And then the person on the bike next to them was a person who was walking, saying, "Oh, I wish I had a bike." And then the person that is walking is next to is being watched by a person in a wheelchair, saying, "I wish I could use my legs." So there's always something to be thankful for. If you have a roof over your head, by any means. It could be your car, it could be living with a family, it could be like a shelter, it could be a variety of things. That as long as you have a comfortable roof over your head, somewhere that you can lay your head peacefully at night and sleep, that's a blessing. Um, the true blessing is just being able to wake up every day and put effort into it to change your situation, to let God help you change your situation, by walking in His promise, walking with Him. And He is going to say that He's going to give you the things that He's promised. So there's always something to be thankful for. And if you are down and out, just be thankful for me, like personally, I don't have everything that I want, but I've got everything that I need. And the biggest thing is I'm here, I'm alive. Right now, I'm still breathing, and I'm able to love the people that I love. I'm able to open my heart to the people who need that. I'm able to talk to people who need to talk to. I'm here to be able to make a difference. And I'm able to walk outside. I'm able to taste the food that I have. I'm able to see the beautiful colors, the beautiful world. I'm able to hear the beautiful sounds, the chirping of the birds, the breeze, the rain. I'm able to hear. I'm able to feel with my hands. I've got my hands, I've got both my legs, I can walk, I've got my body, it's healthy for the most part. I'm trying to be healthier. Um, I'm trying not to let the cancer that I had, and the treatment that I went through, continuously beat me down. I'm trying to get my body back into the way that things are functioning, before I had to go through all that. So it's just like I'm here. I've got that opportunity. That's a blessing in itself. And it's just like every little thing. I'm here. I'm blessed to have a husband who works his butt off, who loves to game just like me. So I'm able to use his PlayStation 5, that he bought, and to talk to you guys, to let my voice and my story be heard, and the things that, I've encountered, and to provide you with my, testimony of how God moves, and He does move. So those are blessings. I'm blessed to have a husband who has a family who's like my second family. Um, really do, like, I feel that they sometimes care for me more than my actual family does. They've helped me through one of the hardest periods of my life. His brother was nice enough to take me to cancer treatment, so my husband didn't have to miss work. So he'd take me on his days off. He didn't have to do that. And he never asked for anything in return. So that was a blessing, because I wasn't working at the time. I was going through cancer treatment. The hubby was working, and it was just, to have that support, and not them expecting anything, in return. I wasn't used to that. I was used to, people saying, "Oh yeah, I could do stuff for you if you do this for me, or if I have this." So it was nice. So it's like my second family. And one thing is, my mom, like, I love my mom to death, but like the motherly part of it, I never really got. I don't understand why I have like a disconnect. I think it's just, on how I'm viewed with my family. So when I came here, it's like his mom welcomed me with open arms, and she was there to, to comfort me and to check in on me and stuff. So my family did it when I was going through my transplant, which was extremely dangerous. Your transplant, you could die at any time because your body is so weak. So the 2 weeks I was in the hospital during this process, and the many months after, I never once got a phone call from my family, my siblings, nobody, my aunts, uncles, my siblings, my mom and dad, nobody called to check in on me. But I was checked in by his family at least. So I did have support and people that showed that they did care, even if just a little bit. So blessings, blessings. I talk about, I used to talk about like how bad it was and how difficult things were with my husband because of how life was with him at that time. And I contemplated leaving so many times because I was being told to leave. I was being told to, it's not worth it, and so, and I'm like, when he had asked me to date him at that time, and he didn't ask me to marry him at the time, but he asked me to date him, and I'm like, at that time, I was like, if I date anybody, it's going to be dating to marry, and I'm going to make sure that I am actually in love with that person. And I did. I fell in love with him before he even asked me um, to uh, to go steady. I when we were friends, I just like the moment that I heard his voice, it was just like this fire ignited inside me, and it just kept burning hotter and brighter. And it's like nothing that is ever done could sway me. Nothing. It doesn't matter how bad it seemed. It's just like I couldn't justify just leaving because it was just like I loved him too much. I made this commitment, and I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you. Even though it's not done. But I couldn't leave because I loved him too much, and we'd get into an argument that was like, and our arguments were really really raw, and we were both wounded. We both had trauma. Him from previous relationships, me from my childhood, and how I was treated by everybody that I grew up with. And it was like we were healing, and we didn't know that we had to heal at the time. We didn't know that these wounds were what was causing a lot of the problems. So we constantly got into quarrels, and we constantly like he constantly would hurt me, um, and it wasn't anything that he like meant to do. It was just like I think he was like trying to reflect what was coming. Like he was so used to his exes being like happy go lucky, and then all of a sudden just like cold. And he was not used to being treated very well by women. So I think that scared him, and he was really worried that if he let his guard down like he did before, that he was going to get hurt again. So he was protecting himself. And he did that, I think, with his last ex as well. He put that guard up, and it just like dissolved just as quickly as it began. And with me, I felt such a connection with him that I couldn't foresee hurting, because I'm such a person who's been hurt like throughout their life by many of things, physically, sexually, emotionally, mentally. It's just let me gather my thoughts here before I start bawling. You guys can't understand me. Anyway, so I grew up being hurt all the time, and knowing that feeling, I never wanted to be the reason that someone felt that way. I wanted to be the friend, the person that could make you feel good about yourself, good about life, to feel loved and happy. just as they are, because I never got that. Sorry. So I could never, I could never hurt him. But who didn't know that? Who didn't know in that time period you're not really going to be able to tell people everything about you. And so at this time period, who didn't always, who didn't know, um, like what I had been through. So, so who didn't know that I was the type of person who is going to, like, when I love you, I love you. That there's nothing that you can do to make me love you less. I accept you who you are, flaws and all. So if you do have flaws, I'm still going to love you. Um, there might be times I don't like you, but that's different. The liking part is like it's fleeting because it's like every day everyone has different things that alter their moods and stuff, and so, um, but the love, I will always be there. I'll always be there for you. I always love you. Um, but he didn't know that, and throughout the years, I think that was like one thing that he said he finally caught on to is that like he finally understood that there's nothing that he can do that's going to make me love him any less. Um, there's nothing about him that makes me love him any less. You know, he can be his self. I've seen on the side of him that um, who tries to keep hidden, and it's like I know who you are. I accept you for who you are. And then who started to um, just his behavior started to change, but not in the bad way, in the good way. He started to finally see the damage that was being done to me, and people. I think there's people like me who take the pain and the hurt, and instead of keeping it in and we're like pushing it back out, we take it and we absorb it and we turn it into love, and then we turn it back out to people in a form of love. So we kind of, is it called transmute? Trans we transform it into, we take something that's negative and dark and we turn it into something beautiful. And there's a lot of people like me, I think. They call them the chosen. Um, it's like I feel weird saying that, but there's not a whole lot of people in this world. There is people like me, not a whole lot, but there's a lot in the sense of thousands. Um, we don't get entrapped in the social norms. We don't get trapped in the the cycle. We break the cycle. We're that link that shatters. But people like to consider generational curses of how you're raised and let that cycle continue. Um, we are the ones who transform it. We take how we were raised. We take how our parents treated each other, how siblings treated us, how friends treated us, how normal, everyday schmoes treated us, the people we didn't even know. We took that, and if it was negative, we would absorb it, and instead of reflecting it back out in the world negative, we just absorbed all the negative, and then we released it as positivity, as love, as kindness. It doesn't matter what, we still love unconditionally. And when a person like me loves somebody, we don't love you just because of little things. We love you because we love you. We love you despite your flaws, despite the things that people say are wrong with you. Uh, we we do it despite what you think is wrong with you. We do it despite what society says is right or wrong. You know, you could be, you know, say that you're quirky and you still collect like baseball cards and you're 25, 30, 40, 50 years old, and that is something that you love. A lot of like, say for example, men and women would say, oh, you're childish, you need to grow up, you know, adults don't do that, or play video games. um, People would say grow up, adults don't do that. Going out and playing on the trampoline, being that childlike person that society says is not right. You cannot do that as an adult. That's childish, act your age, etc., etc., etc. Constantly putting these people down. And there's also the people who've got ADHD, that what a lot of people say is wrong with them. And like, people like me do not see any of those flaws. We see what's in your heart. We know who you are. And if you truly are a beautiful soul, and you're willing to change, because we can see that the willingness is there, or not, we're going to be there. We're not going to force you, but we're going to be there. We're going to stand by your side, especially if you are a partner, a romantic partner, or a friend, or family member. We're going to be there to help you, so when you are ready to take hold of your life and start to be like, okay, I see what you're saying now, when we're giving advice, and you're willing to like grab hold of that and say, I want to be the better version of me. We're going to be there to help you. We're going to be there to comfort you when the days get hard. We're going to be there to offer advice. If there's you're stuck, we're going to be there just to support you, and to just, like, if you have questions about, like, or if you want to read the Bible together, or if you want to get closer to God and have questions, and we're there to help you as much as we possibly can. Anyway, I have to go. I've got 5 minutes before he calls. I kind of went way over. But let's check back on Monday. I'll have a stream. This camp will be active at that time. And I might have another one with bare bones. I've got, let's see, 5 more camps that I have to place. So let's go ahead and build those camps. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go to Safe and Sound real quick while I'm talking. I'm going to go ahead and continue working on my camp. And then we'll do like a before and after Monday. We'll see what the progress has been. It takes a while for me to do camps. Sometimes, especially on this character where I don't have a lot of things to build. And I don't have the tools to do the merging like I usually do. So I have to like come up with different things, and I think I have to go on a hunt for that flamethrower. So I have to check and see where I can get that, because I don't remember. But anyway, thanks for listening to my rumbling. And I hope that you have a fantastic weekend ahead. It's going to be pretty nice here. Hopefully it's going to be beautiful where you are. If you are watching this, or listening, watching, and you were in the parts that were devastated by tornadoes, I really hope that that things get better for you. Hold on. I know it's hard to lose everything and start over, but sometimes that's necessary to break everything down and rebuild from the ground up. That could be a sign saying, hey, something better is fit for you, and gotta be there every step of the way.
Please help protect the generator while Clyde tries to
How did you bite me? I have to remember that I'm not on my other account, so my VATS isn't as accurate. But anyway, take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday with an update on the camp. Have a blessed week, and we'll talk to you later.